Hello, it's Sonia here with a Pretty Stitch. Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time joining me, I'm so happy to have you here. So today we are going to be doing an 18-inch doll crochet project. I haven't done one in a while, so I thought it would be fun to do one. But if you're not sure what an 18-inch doll is, there's lots of different ones. So the ones that we have in our house are American Girl dolls, but there's also ones called My Life. There's Canadian Girl dolls, Australian Girl dolls. So this dress, we're making a dress, should fit a variety of 18-inch dolls. So to do this, I am using my H hook or 5mm hook, and I'm going to be using a bunch of different yarns. So I'm using 7 different colors. So this is going to be like a scrap project. You do not have to use that many colors if you don't want, but I'm trying to use up some yarn. I actually have this bin of yarn, and I literally just opened it up and just started pulling out colors that I thought might look nice with this project, and so I think it'll be cute. So let's get started. So to do this, we are going to be starting at the waist, and we are going to work 40 foundation single crochets. So to do that, I've chained 2. In my second chain from my hook, I'm going to insert my hook, I'm going to pull up a loop, I'm going to chain 1, I'm going to yarn over and pull through the remaining 2 loops. So I have worked 1 foundation single crochet. So I'm going to work the second one. So that chain we just made right there, we're going to insert our hook in that chain, pull up a loop. We're going to chain 1, yarn over, pull through the remaining 2 loops. So now we've worked 2 foundation single crochet. So what we want to do is work 40. So you're just going to keep going, working your 40 foundation single crochet stitches, and I will meet you back. Okay, so here we go. I've worked my 40 foundation single crochet. So now we need to turn this into a round. So what you would do, you're going to act like you're turning. So you're going to turn your work. You're going to run your thumb and index finger all the way down, and then bring over the other end, because we want to make sure it's not twisted. So we don't want it to be twisted. We're going to work a slip stitch in that first stitch. And now round 1 is all done. So let's begin round 2. We're going to chain 1. We're going to half double crochet right in that first stitch. We're going to half double crochet in the next 2 stitches. So we will have a total of 3. And then in our next stitch, we're going to work 2 half double crochet. And we're going to repeat. So we're going to work 3 half double crochet. So 1 stitch in each in the next 3 stitches, and then in that 4th stitch, you're going to work 2 half double crochet. And you're going to repeat that all the way around. So 1, 2, 3, and then 2 half double crochet in that 4th stitch. And at the end of round 2 here, we're going to have a total of 50 stitches. So we are increasing. Okay, so I finished round 2. To complete the round, I'm just going to join with a slip stitch in that first stitch. So again, we have 50 half double crochet. So let's begin round 3. I'm going to chain 1. We're going to work a double crochet in that first stitch, and we're just going to continue to double crochet all the way around for round 3. So at this end of this round, I will have 50 double crochet, and then I'm going to change to my next color when I get to the end of my round 3. Okay, so I'm finishing up round 3. I have my next color. I hope I have enough. There's not a whole lot of this pink, but we're gonna give it a try. Hopefully it will just be enough for round 4 and 5. Okay, so you don't have to use a bunch of different colors, but again, I'm trying to use up some bits of yarn, so I thought this would be a good project for that. All right, so I am going to join with my slip stitch with my new color. And now we're ready for round 4. And I will be cutting this blue. I gotta find my scissors. Alright, so we're going to chain 1 and we're going to half double crochet right in that first stitch there. And we're going to half double crochet in the next 3 stitches. So we'll have a total of 4 stitches that we worked our half double crochet. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. And then in that next stitch we're going to work 2 half double crochet. We're increasing again. And we're going to repeat around. So we're going to half double crochet in the next 4 stitches. Just 1 stitch in each. And then in that next half double crochet you will work 2 half double crochet, I'm sorry, not 4. Not increasing that much. So again, it's 1 stitch in the next 4 stitches, and then in that 5th stitch you're going to work 2 half double crochet. So at the end of this round you're going to have 60 half double crochet. And then for round 5 you're going to just double crochet around, so we're repeating round 3. So I'm just going to double crochet all the way around and I will have 60 double crochet, and then I will meet you back. Okay, so I lost a yarn chicken and had to use a different pink, which is a bummer because that one was really pretty, but there wasn't enough yarn. So I finished up my double crochet round for round 5, so now we're at round 6. So round 6, and we're going to be repeating round 6 and round 7. So round 6 we're just going to half double crochet all the way around. So I'm chaining 1, and I'm going to single crochet or half double crochet right in that stitch, and I'm going to continue to half double crochet around. So we increased to 60 stitches. I don't want to increase anymore. And then round 7 we're just going to double crochet all the way around, and we're going to be repeating round 6 and 7. I'm not sure for how many rounds. I will let you know. You can make your dress as long as you want. I'm going to probably have it more of a shorter dress. So I'm going to be repeating round 6 and 7, and then we're going to work on a ruffle on the bottom. So I'm going to do that, and I'll let you know how many rounds I work. Alright, so I'm almost done, and this is round 13. So I'm going to join in the back loop. So when you decide that the dress is long enough, then you're going to end your round by joining in the back loop. And I'm going to switch to another color. And I'm not sure if I'm going to have enough. I'm hoping I will of this color to work the ruffle here. Okay, so I am joining with slip stitch. Otherwise it might be a different colored ruffle. I wanted it to be all the same color, but it might not be. Alright, so we're going to chain 1, and we're going to double crochet in that stitch in the back loop. So this round is worked in the back loop, and we're going to work 2 double crochet in that stitch, and we're going to continue to work 2 double crochet all the way around for the ruffle rounds. So this is the ruffle round, so it's my round 14, but you might have a different number for your round. So you're working 2 double crochet in each stitch. So then there's 3 rounds for the ruffle round. So the first round is 2 double crochet in each stitch, and then rounds 2 and 3 of the ruffle round you're just going to work even, so that means 1 stitch in each. So I'm going to have 120 double crochet after this round, and then round 2 and 3 of the ruffle round I'm going to still have 120 double crochet. So I'm going to go do that, and I will meet you back. Okay, so here is the front of my dress, the skirt part. Here's the ruffle. After you're done working the 3rd row around of the ruffle, you'll cut your yarn, which I did right here. And I did have enough yarn, so I was really happy about that. So now we need to work on the top of our little dress here. So what you want to do is this part where we joined is the seam. So you want to make sure that that is in the middle. Now it will be a little bit slanted, but again, this is the back of the dress. And some of these gaps, what you can do is you can take your the end here. When I use my yarn needle to weave in the end, I'm just going to clean up that little hole there. But what we want to do is we want to count. So once we have this part centered, so that looks pretty centered there, we're going to count 13 stitches. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So in that next stitch right here, I'm going to attach my yarn. So I'm going to use this pink for the top here. And again, you don't have to use all these different colors. Again, I'm trying to use up, so you can see I have a little bit here. I do have a couple little balls. This is a really like almost fluorescent pink. The camera can't really pick up on it. But I have a couple of those, so I'm going to use that up for the front here of our dress. So we're going to chain 1, and we're just going to single crochet in that stitch. And we're going to be working in rows, and we're going to single crochet across. We're going to work 15 stitches total. So I have 2, 3, 4, and I'm going to keep going until I have 15. Okay, so I have my 15 stitches, so I'm going to chain 1. I'm going to turn my work, and we're just going to single crochet across. So we're actually going to be working 8 rows total. So this is row 2, and I'm just going to be repeating row 2 until I have 8 rows. Once you have 8 rows, we're going to be working on the straps, and we're not going to cut our yarn. So work your 8 rows, and I will meet you back and we'll get ready to work the first strap. Okay, so I've worked my 8 rows. So let's start the first strap. So we're going to chain 1, turn our work. This is going to be the first row of our first strap. So it's going to be the left front strap here. So we're going to single crochet in that first stitch, and we're going to work 3 more for a total of 4. And we're going to chain 1 and turn our work, and we're going to continue until we've worked 21 rows. Now your doll might be a little bit different, so you're just going to might need to try this on your doll and then just drape the strap and see how it fits. And you'll be able to style this either crisscrossed in the back or just straight over the shoulder. I like the crisscross, so you know, it depends however you want to style it. But I'm going to work 21 rows because that's how many I need, and then we're going to work a buttonhole. So I am going to go do that. So you're just working 4 single crochet across for 21 rows, and again, if that is too many, then you can definitely work less rows, or if you need to work more. Okay, so I've worked my 21 rows. So let's begin row 22. We're going to work the buttonhole. We're going to chain 1, turn our work. We're going to single crochet in that first stitch. We are going to chain 2, and we're going to skip 2 stitches, and we're going to single crochet in the last stitch. And we have worked 1 buttonhole. So we have 2 more rows to go. So this is row 23. We're going to chain 1, turn, and single crochet in that first stitch. And we're going to work 2 single crochet around that chain 2 space. And we're going to single crochet in our last stitch. And then we're just going to work 1 more row for row 24 of single crocheting all the way across, and then I'm going to cut my yarn. So we've worked our first strap, so let me get my scissors. And there we go. So what you need to do is we have to work the second strap, and we're going to repeat the direction. So you're just going to count 4 stitches from the end. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're going to attach our yarn. So I need to grab it. It fell on the floor. There we go. I don't like to knot my yarn. I just like to drape it over my hook, slide it through, and then I just chain 1 And then I usually just give it a little tug so it's snug on there, but not too tight. And then I'll just single crochet in that stitch. And I like to single crochet a little bit over the tail just to kind of anchor it. And I don't like to solely rely on single crocheting over tails because they can pop out. So then what I'll do is then I'll weave in the rest of that tail. Single crochet in that last stitch. So we have our 4 single crochet for the second strap. So you're going to work rows 2 through 24 just like you worked it for this strap. So I'm going to go do that and I will meet you back. Okay, so I finished my second strap. I actually only worked 23 rows because my last row didn't have enough yarn and I didn't feel like attaching yarn just for one more row, and it doesn't really matter for that last row because it's not going to show. So I did make another dress here so you can see. Still need to weave in the end. So this one I did a couple less rounds here. So for this one I did 11 rounds before I started the ruffle, where this guy I did 13 rounds. So this one's going to be a little bit more of a baby doll style dress, a shorter dress, but with this pattern you could make it longer or shorter. So how to finish it, which I did already here, like I said, I still need to weave in the ends. I attached buttons here. Now you could attach them on the outside, but I did it on the inside. And then how I like to style this is you take your strap, I like it crisscross, so I have it like that, and then I button that one, and I take this one and I button that one, and that's how I'm going to style it on the doll. And I like to dress the doll by putting the feet in first and then shimmying it up towards the waist and the top, and then just folding my straps over. So I still need to sew buttons on for this guy, so you're going to want to sew your buttons. So I have my buttons here. You need about, I would say, they're about a 1/2 inch wide, and an easy way to see if they're going to work is I always take my button, and then here is my buttonhole, and I just pop it through to see if it pops through. Okay, you do want to have a little resistance, because if this button was a lot smaller than the hole, it just wouldn't work. So you just want to have a little bit of resistance and pop it through. That's usually how I like to gauge to see if the button I chose is going to work. So again, I'm going to sew mine. How I did it with the other one is I just took the dress, laid it flat, I took the strap, folded it down, and then I took my button and decided, okay, I want this one here, and did the same on this side. And you could actually dress your doll this way if you wanted, but I like the crisscross in the back. I think it's cute. And then here, and then that's how I figured out where the buttons needed to go. Again, you could have your buttons on the outside if you prefer. It really doesn't matter how you want to do it. And then you could dress the doll like that or have it like that. And of course you need to weave in your loose ends, and if you need to block it, you do that as well. But I hope you enjoyed this project, and if you did, please like and subscribe, and thank you so much for watching.